Our parade, North Manchester, is known as one of the most deprived areas in Britain. Debt is massive, housing is a big issue. It's not just people on benefits, it's the working families. And saying sorry when they come in despair, families in despair, which is frightening.
Paul Day runs the Harper Hay Neighbourhood Centre. He says he's never seen things so bad.
Rents round here have gone up £600 to £1,200 a month. We're doing, sadly, 2 food banks a week. We do free cafe for the local people to make sure they get a feed. We have wellbeing classes for the older people. We've got youth sessions.
Gloves up, people. Come and get some pizza.
So, food first. But Dean Byrne and Lisa Davenport are here for the weekly meeting run by the charity Debt Justice to share stories and look for solutions for people struggling with debt as it collides with the cost of living.
Somewhere along the line something's gone wrong, and we understand, I think, that prices do have to rise, but it's gone like that, and how is anybody able to afford that?
Lisa runs a youth charity. There's no surprise that cost of living is a top issue for voters. She says no one here is immune from hardship.
People, even my own staff team, accessing food banks, our clothing banks.
Your own staff?
Our own staff, yeah. I run an organisation because everybody's in the same boat.
I'm struggling myself, and I see more and more people struggling. I mean, I'm over 60 and, I'm looking at trying to get back into work.
Do you feel a disconnect between what you hear from any or all of the politicians and what is happening here to you and to the people you know?
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah.
Our children, what hope have they got? I'm trying to inspire and raise aspirations of young people, and they see this level of poverty and don't see a way out of it. It's like an epidemic of hopelessness for people, and they do need hope.
A few miles away in Rochdale, the pressing issue here too is survival.
I and millions of other people are stuck. There is no way to move forward. Yeah, can you watch this one as well?
Jo Barker Marsh once earned a good living, travelling the world as an audio-visual producer. Right now, she can't work. Her 15-year-old son, Harry, has additional needs and isn't in full-time school. She's on universal credit and at their lowest point relied on food banks and borrowing.
If anything hits us like a big bill, then the time to recover is really extended, and often it means that you might take on another loan.
Jo says they went 8 months without a working boiler.
It's weird because you kind of just have to layer up. I don't know, it's not nice, because obviously when it gets to winter and it starts getting colder, it's just, I don't know, because everything's colder, like the walls, the floor, everything gets colder, not just yourself.
Decisions, whether made by the Bank of England or the government, feel done to her rather than for her.
It's really degrading. It's degrading to know that somebody, without being political, but somebody in government can make a really, what appears to be a casual decision, and I now pay a third more for my mortgage. So swimming lessons, football, transport, haircuts, everything. Is a haircut a luxury? Yeah, actually, for a lot of people in the UK, a haircut is a luxury.
What is that like for you as a teenager? That actually there are things that you can't have that maybe your friends can get more easily?
It's really hard to explain, because obviously I'm not jealous, I'm happy, but it does make me a bit sad sometimes, because it's like, sometimes I wish, why can't I?
Jo hopes Harry will go to a new school in September and that she can go back to work, that they'll never have to turn to food banks or go months without heat again.
Definitely couldn't go back there. I wouldn't make it. And I just want the last bit of Harry's childhood to be decent, do you know what I mean? And I want every person who's pushing themselves forward in this general election to have a bit of humility and humanity when they're making decisions and when they're making casual statements about what they will and won't do.
Back at Harper Hay, Paul isn't optimistic.
Do you get any sense that they understand what the cost of living crisis actually means here?
No, not at all. They haven't got a clue. Come and live it. Come here instead of going on one of your corporate dinners. Come here, spend a day with us, see what the people are saying. Live that.
So whoever wins has work to do. Promises to improve lives are one thing. Convincing people here they will deliver, that is a task in itself.